Apple CEO Tim Cook is expected to take a trip to China to meet with the government over there this month. That's according to a Reuters report. So joining us now to talk about what that means is Joan Solsman. She's the business and technology editor at The Wrap. So Joan, big picture, macro here. Give us a sense of how important the Chinese market is for a company like Apple.
China is incredibly important to Apple. It's the company's biggest market besides the US, and importantly, it's its most meaningful driver of growth. That's important now that the iPhone, its most important product, sales are starting to slip in more established markets like the US.
All right, so 2/3 of sales, that's what the iPhone means, and China is obviously a big part of that growth story. On our air last week, billionaire investor activist Carl Icahn said that the Chinese government could make it very difficult for Apple to sell its products there. So how concerned should investors be in Apple about this particular theme of the Chinese government?
The problem with the Chinese government, especially for investors, is that it's so hard to predict what they're going to do. For example, just last month, China suspended iTunes and iBooks, some of Apple's entertainment services, without any public explanation why. Even Chinese consumers were confused about what happened. They didn't know if they could get the downloads that they had already purchased. So for investors, the problem is you just don't exactly know what China could do at any given moment.
Gotcha. So now there's another part to this too, right? I mean, its relationship with governments, not just in China, but elsewhere. Apple refused last time around to comply with an FBI investigation right here in the U.S. So how might that have impacted China's view, perhaps, of Apple as a result overall?
It's hard to know how China would extrapolate that situation to its own government, because in the U.S. we have a democracy. As flawed as it may be, it's established on the idea that companies and people can challenge their own government. That doesn't exist in China. It's a single-party state, and as a foreign company, Apple has even fewer opportunities for recourse if it has some sort of dispute with the government there.
All right, so one last question really quick here. Do you think that if this meeting with Tim Cook and the Chinese government were to happen, how difficult would it be for Apple to get those services back up and running in China?
That's a great question. Hopefully that's exactly what he's going there to find out. Tim Cook has met regularly with Chinese officials since he became the CEO. But this does come at a crucial time. Those entertainment services were suspended. Carl Icahn, as you mentioned, just withdrew his stake in the company because of his concerns in China. And so there's more to address with the Chinese government now than there has been in previous months.
All right, Joan, it sounds like it's going to be a very important meeting if it does happen again. A Reuters report saying that Tim Cook could meet with the Chinese government later on this month. Joan Solsman, thank you so much. Joan Solsman, the tech and business editor at The Wrap. And thanks for watching. I'm Dominic Chu. Have a great day.
Hey CNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Here you're going to find videos packed with all of the information that you need to be smarter about your finances. You can subscribe by clicking right here and click on all the videos around me or the eye right here to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.